So there's 3 mistakes that I see riders make each year for the Kalgoorlie Desert Race. So keeping in mind that you're doing, for those of you that are new to the event, is you're doing 3 laps. You're doing two separate laps on day 1. So 1 lap followed by about 3-4 hour break, followed by another lap, and then you're doing another lap on day 2. Now each lap, based on the times from last year, is going to be about 1 hour and 15 for the winners, and then up to about 2 hours for the guys that were running at the back. So you might be somewhere in between. Now, there's 3 things that I see that come up every year in the preparation for this event that you can easily fix if you get on top of it early. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name's Andrew Hammer, struggled with racing fitness for 14 seasons of racing. Hopefully this video helps you to enjoy KDR a little bit more. First thing I see is that riders will do the wrong type of training on the bike. Okay, and so what I mean by this is for the Kalgoorlie Desert Race, although it's a desert race, it's really a sprint race. It's 3 sprints, okay? Even though they're long sprints, they're sprints. So what I see every year is a lot of riders will go out and they'll do like 3 or 4 hour rides on the weekend, and they'll try and build up their endurance and build up their bike time, which is great. But the thing that's really going to get you for the event is not so much the length of time of the event. It's the intensity of those laps. Because those laps are a lot shorter than a normal enduro, what you're going to find is that you're riding a lot faster, and the pace and the competitiveness is going to be a lot higher. So if you've ever done intervals in the gym, okay, if you've ever done sprint work, you'll know that sprint work is always a lot harder than just grinding along. And that's the exact same thing for the Kalgoorlie Desert Race. The thing that sucks is that it's a 2-day event. So if you're not ready for the first and second lap and that intensity catches you by surprise, you're going to be very sore and very fatigued for day 2, which is going to cost you time and cost you places. So how do you fix this? When you go and practice and you're training for this event, work on doing sprints. Work on doing 1.5 hour to 2 hour sprints out on the bike. And if you can, have a decent break and then go back again. If you're going out there doing these long 3 or 4 hour rides, the intensity is just going to be too low, and you're going to find the transfer from your practice to your racing is not going to be the best. Second thing that riders do, no strength work, okay? Now, if you're riding, say, a 450 or 500, you've got a bike which weighs 100 kilos at least, plus all the, steg pegs, maybe an oversized fuel tank, whatever else you've got on there, it's at least 100 kilos. Then you've got your body weight on top of that. So if you're weighing 80 kilos and you've got a bike at 100, that's a total of 180 kilos. You need to be able to wrestle that 180 kilos around for 1 hour and 15 to 2 hours at a time, and be able to do that 3 times over 2 days. There is no way that you can get around doing some strength work and getting yourself stronger. So if you can get yourself stronger, you can get the bike to feel lighter. You get it to feel lighter, you're going to use a lot less energy when you go and race. So how do you fix that? Do some strength work, get in the gym, okay? Some movements that you can start with: back squatting, deadlifting, overhead press, bent over rows, some great movements to be able to start with and work the whole body as a system, exactly like it's working when you're out on the bike. Third thing is race day nutrition, okay? The amount of times I see guys that go into such a big event with no nutrition strategy still surprises me, but it still happens. So the problem with this is that you need to be able to do 2 things on Kalgoorlie Desert Race day. You need to be able to give yourself maximum energy, but you also need to recover quickly, okay? Because it's not just one and done. Like, you don't just get this race done and then it's finished. You got another 2 to go after you've just done the first one. So if your recovery is shit, then you're already on the back foot for the lap 2 and then for lap 3 on day 3. So how do you get on top of this? For day 1, you want to make sure that roughly 3 to 4 hours before the first lap, you're getting in some protein and fat, but the main thing you want to be getting in is complex carbs. Sweet potatoes, brown rice, quinoa. These are the food that you want to be getting in about 4 hours beforehand. This is going to build your fuel tank for the day. Roughly half an hour before the first lap, you want to have an energy gel, you want to have half a bottle of Powerade, or you want to have a piece of fruit, okay? Some simple sugars. Once you've done your lap, as soon as you come in, you want to have a protein shake, okay? 1 scoop of protein. And the reason you want to do that is because when you do these long rides, your muscles are breaking down. They're going through a lot of stress. And what we want to do is give it the building blocks to repair and recover, so you're good for lap 2 and then good for lap 3 the next day. If you're not putting protein in afterwards, after you've just broken down all of these muscles, they've got no building blocks to recover. So you're going to feel like shit, and your body is going to perform like shit if you're not recovering. So protein shake is an easy way to do that. Then as you go into lap 2, roughly half an hour before lap 2, we're going to get simple carbs in again. Could be a gel, okay? It could be a carb gel, could be a carb drink, could be half a bottle of Powerade, could be a couple of pieces of fruit. Once we've done that, we go and race again. Then once we come back from lap 2, Then we want to make sure we get our protein in again, preferably through protein shake. Then at night time, you want to make sure you're getting in a big, good quality meal, okay? Good quality piece of steak, some protein, and plenty of carbs again. Sweet potatoes, brown rice, quinoa, good quality carbohydrates. Because what we're doing is you smash the shit out of your body all day. We need to give it the building blocks it needs to recover overnight so that you're good to go for lap 3. Okay, and this is where I find a lot of riders get stuck, is they don't recover properly and they get to lap 3 on the day 2 and they're just like, shit, I just want this to be over. I don't even want to be here. So then when you go into day 2, we repeat the same process of day 1. 3 to 4 hours before your lap, we get our protein in with some sweet potato, brown rice or quinoa. Once we've done that, half an hour before, we have our carb gel with either a carb gel, carb drink, half a bottle of Powerade or a couple of pieces of fruit. And then once we've done that lap, then you can have a protein shake. And then if you want to enjoy yourself at the end of the day, then you can go and have a beer or a Jackson Coke or go and get McDonald's on the way home or whatever it is, and then get ready to get back into training for the following week.